We're so excited to be here, but let's not waste time. So let me begin the presentation of Waseda University Nakai Seminar with recently, large-scale natural disasters have been occurring frequently in ASEAN countries, and the number of victims and the economic losses is enormous. Please take a look at this map. This shows each country's vulnerability to natural disasters. The darker the blue, the higher the vulnerability is. And from this map, we can see that ASEAN countries are highly vulnerable to natural disasters. Besides, based on this figure, we can tell that developed countries emit a considerable amount of carbon dioxide, but their vulnerability is relatively low. On the other hand, ASEAN countries are highly vulnerable to natural disasters, despite their low emissions. And these days, developed countries are expected to take responsibility and correct this unfair situation. And this movement is called climate justice. And the protection gap in non-developed countries is also a major issue. Data from 2021 shows that 96% of the global protection gap was in emerging and developing countries. And this protection gap is due to low insurance coverage rates in developing countries. So please take a look at the table on the left. It shows that premiums as a percentage of GDP are lower in ASEAN countries than that of South Korea and Japan. And in developed countries, governments are strengthening their disaster resilience by underwriting reinsurance. For instance, Flat Re in the UK was created to control the rising cost of flood insurance premiums. But while such public-private partnerships are essential for enhancing disaster resilience, some ASEAN countries struggle with implementing it. And imitating Flat Re might not attract enough insurance buyers, leading to higher insurance premiums. And the limited financial capacity and the lack of infrastructure are the main factors that make it difficult for some ASEAN countries to increase their resilience on their own, given that large amount of money is required to implement such public-private partnerships. And additionally, we see the Western-oriented reinsurance market as a great issue. So as you can see on the graph, the West accounts for 73% of the global reinsurance market share, meaning Asia heavily relies on the West to underwrite much of its disaster risks. And another big issue is the rising insurance prices, which have doubled in the past 20 years. And that's making it harder to cover the major disaster risks.
So these are the summary of the issues, and left side is the issues that need to be resolved, and the right side is the causes of those programs, and the high program costs, insufficient government funds for disasters, and lacking the climate justice framework for developed countries. And to solve those programs, we propose creation of a new disaster risk underwriting market in the ASEAN Plus region using carbon credit and blockchain. In the market we propose, we will also aim to address the root cause of the disaster, that is global warming, and that's the point of using carbon credit. This is the overview of our proposal. First, a company or government in need of reinsurance enter into a contract with a risk pool and pay a specified amount, and then the risk pool provide a parametric reinsurance to the company or government, reinsurance buyers. And when a disaster occurs, reinsurance payments are made to the company from the fund put in the risk pool. However, considering the scale of damage caused by a disaster, the funds for payment are not sufficient from insured alone. Therefore, we expect to collect enough funds to make payment from the investors or others. And in return for their contribution of their funds, the risk pool pay a certain amount received from reinsurance purchases as a funding reward. And this will create a system that even those who are not insurance companies are able to receive rewards for underwriting risks. And by creating such a risk pool for underwriting risks by types of a disaster and by region, reinsurance underwriting will be possible within Asia without relying on the Europe and the North America, the West. And it means that the reinsurance market in Asia will be enhanced. However, the creation of this market will only enhance the competitiveness and disaster resilience and will not lead to the solution to the problem of the root causes of the disasters, global warming. Global warming is the root cause of recent abnormal weathers and disasters like flood, typhoon, and drought. So we believe that to address those fundamental issues are necessary disaster countermeasures for ASEAN. Furthermore, it is very important to collect funds for payment from the investors, but the attractiveness of the market is not enough to collect enough funds. In other words, it is essential to address the global warming, the root cause of the disasters, and increase the attractiveness of the market. So, we have designed a digital token to be used in this market to solve those problems. We call it Bitcoin.
This is the digital token that uses blockchain technology like Bitcoin and Ethereum. The coin has three features. First, it is digital token to be used for payment of premiums and rewards to funders. Second, it is issued by SPC in exchange for carbon credit. Third, it is a digital token that we have designed for use in this scheme. Please take a look at this diagram. Companies submit carbon credit to the SPC, and SPC gives the coin to the company according to the value of carbon credit. The SPC holds carbon credit to guarantee the value of the coins, but it will be able to exchange them to the coin for carbon offset powers. The coin can be bought and sold to other companies and investors on the market, just like regular digital token. And it can also be used to buy insurance on the market mentioned earlier. Carbon credit transactions are shown in this diagram. Carbon credits have been the focus of much attention in recent years. So, adding the new function of insurance payment to carbon credit will make it more attractive as an investment. By using Bitcoin as a transaction currency in our risk underwriting market, we believe that we can strengthen the resilience of ASEAN countries. And at the same time, we can address the global warming, which is root cause of disasters.
However, if the insurance payment will increase, it may reduce attention from investors, or it may lead to a shortage of a fund. To address this issue, we propose creating an environmental countermeasure fund. This fund is funded by ASEAN countries which benefit from higher disaster resilience and developed CO2 emitting countries like Korea, China, and Japan. Setting up this fund and participating in the market as a fund provider, we believe the shortage of funds will be solved. To 60 developed countries to participate in the market, some incentive is necessary. We believe participate preferential investment right for specific industries in the ASEAN region will be appropriate. If this market is realized, the insurance underwriting would be possible in Asia without relying on the West. And adding new value to carbon credit will help stimulate carbon credit trading and address the issue of increasing CO2 emission. Using blockchain instead of cash can increase the transparency of contract and payment speed. So we can address two issues at the same time: strengthen resilience by setting up new underwriting market and mitigate global warming. However, some people think this market won't be realized. Yeah, certainly there are some challenges in terms of population and funding across Asian countries and so on. But an initiative which solves these challenges is already existing. CIRREC is a risk pool established by ASEAN countries and Japan. The members and the features of it are shown as on the slide, but it doesn't use any carbon credit and any blockchain technology. This is a figure comparing CIRREC and our market. In terms of payment speed, both of them are great because they are mandatory insurance. In terms of contribution to the environment, our market has an advantage because it uses carbon credit for trading. In terms of risk diversification, our market also has an advantage because even ordinary companies and investors can take on risk. And finally, in terms of disasters that can be covered, CIRREC is limited to a flat risk. However, our market covers all the risk as long as there is sufficient fund in the risk pool. In conclusion, the risk of natural disasters due to climate change continues to increase, and cooperation across regions is crucial to address this risk. Our proposal is a new form of insurance, and it enables the insurance underwriting in Asia. It can address the social issue by using carbon credit. Also, moreover, it keeps transparency and payment speed by using blockchain technology. As I mentioned earlier, our proposal shows the new form of insurance. And to realize our proposal, I believe we have to cooperate. We have to strengthen cooperation across ASEAN countries, Japan, China, and Korea. Thank you for listening.
비코인하고 그 시드리프라는 그 펀드하고 장단점을 이제 비교해 주셨는데, 펀딩 벨러시티가 이게 비코인이라는 부분이 누가 비코인을 발행을 하고, 보험이라는 거는 프리미엄을 내고 다시 이제 사고가 발생을 하면 보험금으로 카바를 받는 것인데, 그러면 비코인은 누가 발행을 해서 누구로부터 카바를 받는지 그 부분을 조금 더 자세히 설명해 주시면 감사하겠습니다.
キーコインの部分なんですけど、誰が発行した後に誰から最終的にケアをいただくの
行するのは SPC、そのスペシャルプロポーズカンパニーが発行して、でその管理運営とかっていうのは ASEAN で作ったファンドとかっていうのがやることを想定していて、で保証を発行するのっていうのはこのリスクプールを管理運営する機関っていうのを ASEAN と日中間で協力したファンドか何かを作って、その運営を行うっていうことを想定していて、その運営主体がインシュランスペイメント、企業に保証を提供するっていうことを想定しています。
그 발행은 SPC고요. 그리고 아세안 그 리스크에서 이제 그 협력을 해가지고 처리하는.
그렇다면 그 공적 기금을 가지고 SPC라는 거기서 디클에서 운영을 하면 그 재원이 이제 공적 기금이라는 말씀인지.
そしたらそのお金っていうのはその SPC に集めて行うっていうことですか？
SPC は、はい、この D コインの発行と管理を行う目的で設立する会社で、保険の方の管理運営っていうのはこのリスクプールの管理運営をする主体が行うので、SPC と保証の運営をする主体っていうのは異なっていて、
SPC と
こっちを運営するのは ASEAN と日中間で使った、シードリフのような基金、そのファンドが行うんです。ただ同じ主体が通貨の発行をやってしまうのはその良くないなっていうことだったので、
つまり T コインっていうのは SPC が発行して管理してっていうことですよね。
そうですね。
で、最終的にはそのリスクプールっていうところで管理をするってことですか？
そうですね。リスクプール、D コインの発行をするのがSPC で、その D コインを使った保証の管理をするのが ASEAN で作ったファンドです。
그 D 코인을 발행하고 관리하는 게 SPC고요. 그리고 이거를 관리하는 그게 여기 그 리스크 그쪽에서 관리를 하는 거예요.
네, 알겠습니다. 어려운 내용을 준비해 발표해 주셔서 정말 감사하는 말씀 드립니다.
難しい内容を発表していただいてありがとうございます。
ありがとうございます。고맙습니다.
네, 질문을 하나만 더 받겠습니다. 네, 제보에 대해서 이제 디지털 코인으로 자산을 안정성 가지고 하는 것 같은데 훨씬 더 안전한 금이나 현물, 자산 변동성이 낮은 현물로 하지 않고 그냥 변동성이 큰 자산 안정성도 리스크가 높은 약간 비트코인 그 암호화폐 기반으로 그 생각한 이유가 궁금해요.
Dコインっていうのはその危険性が高いんじゃないですか。リスクも高いし、で、金とか現物とかは比較的に安定的なんですけど、どうしてわざわざその危険性のある D コインを選んだその特別な理由ってありますか
？D コインを使っている目的は一つ大きなものがあって、D コインっていうのは排出権と交換可能な、排出権とだけ交換できるデジタルトークンなんですよ。
排出権？
カーボンクレジットっていう。で、このカーボンクレジットっていうのが保険の支払いに使えるっていうような仕組みを作れば、地球温暖化と、災害の原因である地球温暖化っていうものに直接アプローチすることと、災害の保障っていうのを同時に行えるなっていう考えがあったので、排出権を使って交換できる D コインっていうのを使っていて、で、その価格変動の危険性っていうところに関しては、 その価格を保証するためにカーボンクレジットっていうのを SPC が持っておいて、その価格の乱高下っていうのが起こらないようにしたいなという仕組みで、SPC が排出権を受け取ったらそれを保有し続けるっていう仕組みにしています。ただもちろん金とか銀とかそういうものよりは価格変動のリスクがあるので、そこに関しては対策が必要です。ただ、はい、そこまで大きな価格の乱高下はないというふうに考えています。
카본 크레디트 이거를 발행권을 발행을 해서요. 이게 최종적으로 이제 그 환경 보호도 고려한 이게 제안인데요. 그리고 두 번째는 이제 외국이 이제 현물 이제 변동성 같은 거는 이제 SPC가 가지고 있기 때문에 네. SPC가 이제 발행을 하기 때문에 이제 문제가 없다고 생각을 하고, 그리고 아까 말씀하신 금형물 이제 안정성에 대해서는 이제 조금 대책이 필요할 것 같습니다.
네, 감사합니다.
네, 감사합니다.